Welcome to the 6 nights of Lot. Today's night is the night of St. Andrew. And what are the 6 nights of Lot? The 6 nights of Lot are oracle nights, nights of fate, and happen in the period between November the 24th and December the 21st. Exactly in the time when in the northern hemisphere the days are the shortest, the nights are the longest, and there is the most darkness. This is a time before winter solstice comes and before the holy nights start on 25th of December. And this particular time is, according to thousands of years of tradition, the time of dissolution, the time of dying, the time of regrouping, the time of a new start. We are kind of in the darkness before the new year starts with winter solstice and the days become longer again. Now, the special thing about these nights of Lot is that they have certain openings where we can see through to what the future might hold, and this is why they are called also nights of Lot. And what is the lot? Your lot, that's your lot, that's your fate. It's an old English word. We mostly find it in lottery. So if you're lucky, you win in the lottery. So you have a great lot. But in the olden days, they really took this serious because in that time, they wanted to make sure what would be coming in the next year. And I'm giving this the first time. It's an amazing experience. We have already had one night, the night of St. Catherine from 24th to 25th of November, reflection, going inwards and finding your inner strength. Today, from sundown, sunset on the 29th of November, till sunset of the 30th of November, is the night of St. Andrew, the first apostle of Jesus Christ. And the special quality is love and connection, but also divine love, a higher kind of love. So let us look deeper. Who was that Saint Andrew? He is the first called. He was first called to Jesus. Actually, he was a disciple of John the Baptist. And John the Baptist said to him, well, look, I cannot help you much further. I could, but there is a better master for you, and his name is Jesus Christ. Why don't you go and check him out? Speaking in modern language, I have no idea how John the Baptist spoke to him about 2000 years ago. So anyway, St. Andrew heeded that call of his master, John the Baptist, and he went to Jesus, and Jesus accepted him. And then St. Andrew sought out his own brother, Peter, Simon Peter, who became the great Saint Peter that we know of. And those two were, by the way, fishermen. And Jesus Christ once made that remark, I will make you fishers of men. I will make you fishers of men. They were fishers of fish, but Jesus made them fishers of men for the divine teaching that he was bringing. And the interesting thing about St. Andrew, he was always in the background. He never searched for the limelight. His brother, St. Peter, of course, he was the star. He was about to found what we nowadays know as the Christian church. In general, because of course there were many splits into different Christian churches, but St. Peter basically founded the church, the brother of St. Andrew, and Jesus said, you are the rock on which I will build my church. Now, what is the speciality of St. Andrew, and why is this night important? He always had a good feeling for people. He could connect easily. He had that gift of feeling love and giving love. but also he knew that there was a higher love, and that love is, of course, the love divine, the love supreme, for which he eventually was looking. And so he said, let me bring many people to Jesus. And he became a fisher of men. Now, in modern terms, that quality of St. Andrew is quite remarkable, because whenever you're building a community, it's based on love, it's based on connection. And what we are experiencing in this night from 29th to 30th of November has to do with that ability to connect, but also it's a night of oracle. That means you will be able to have special moments where you get glimpses into the future, or where you can work with your intention on bringing people together, building a community. But also the other part is find your loved one. And that's quite funny that the first apostle of Jesus actually today is also the patron saint of lovers and the patron saint of people who are going to marry, and of course patron saint of the married couples. Now, let's look a little bit deeper into him and into his story. So, he was Andrew of Bethsaida, born by the lake of Gennesaret in Galilee. He was the brother of Simon Peter, who later became famous Saint Peter, and like his brother, was a fisherman. The Gospel of John reports that Andrew was first a disciple of John the Baptist, who then directed him to Jesus, whereupon he also led his brother Simon Peter to Jesus with the message, "We have found the Messiah." Andrew stands for love and solidarity, connection, and he led many people to divine love through Jesus Christ. He's the patron saint of lovers and married couples. His symbols are the X-shaped cross, and you see him here on the right side being crucified. He's one of the martyrs. Actually, many of the saints that we're looking at in the 6 days of Lot, they were actually tortured because they were bringing a teaching that was not well welcomed in the time when they lived. They gave a glimpse into the future. They gave a glimpse into a better time, and for this they were rewarded in a not so nice way. Now, the St. Andrew's cross is something that I'm sure you're familiar with. You find it also as the cross in the Scottish flag. That's the St. Andrew's cross. But St. Andrew is not just the patron saint of Scotland, but also of Romania, Ukraine, and Russia. Wow. Can you imagine these countries? Scotland, Romania, Ukraine, and Russia. And he was actually the one who built the Eastern Church. He was finally buried in Constantinople, and he was really going from the Middle East up north to the area we call nowadays Romania, Ukraine, and Russia. And he built the first Christian communities there. Then the other symbol of St. Andrew is actually the apple. And that's another quite interesting thing. How can the apple, as a symbol of paradise, the paradise fruit from which Adam and Eve ate, and it was the tree of knowing good and evil, and they fell out of the Garden of Eden because they had eaten that apple. Now, interestingly, the Bible never speaks of an apple. The Bible just speaks of a forbidden fruit. And also, Saint Andrew is never mentioned in biblical resources as in any connection with apple. That comes later. It was just a fruit, a fruitfulness, and possibly the reason why he is connected with the apple, and why, besides his cross, the X-shaped cross, also the apple became his symbol, is because deities or saints from other traditions that stand for love, they have the apple as the symbol. So who are these? These are actually, and I just see here is missing something in my presentation. These are actually quite a number of interesting people. I'll copy that in. So Andrew means the manly one or the male. That is the meaning of his name. And for that, he has references to Freyr or Freyr of the Norse mythology, and the sister of Freyr or Freyr, Freya or Freya, if you speak her in the northern language. She is, of course, the goddess of love, and she has the apple as a symbol of fertility. But Freya is also seen as Venus in the Roman tradition and as Aphrodite in the Greek mythology. And so there is this connection. Andrew, actually, as a male saint, connected with the Norse god Freyr as a giver of love, as a bestower of marriage, and also of children. And that's quite amazing that we have here love and marriage and fertility as the insignia of the saint of the second night of Lot, and that he's connected actually with female goddesses like Freya, Venus, and Aphrodite. So dreams that you dream during St. Andrew's night are said to come true. So it is a good idea to write them down immediately so you don't forget them. You might also see a face or hear a name, and that might be the face of a person who comes into your life or the name of a person who comes into your life. So you may receive a hint about your future lover or a special person that comes into your life. And for lovers who have already found each other, St. Andrew's night is the night where you can renew and deepen your love with your beloved one. So for lovers who are already together, St. Andrew's night is the night to renew and deepen their love. Now, as always, I have 2 oils for you. And the first oil is actually, and I also have to copy in here some text still. I had a lot of live streams today, so excuse me that I have to just do that on the fly, but you deserve the full information, and it's quite amazing information. So that oil blend, Joy, that I'm going to show to you, and also I'm going to show to you how to use it, is basically an oil blend, essential oil for love. And it was first by the man who created this oil blend, Gary Young, called love, because it has a magnetic quality. And with this scent, I have it here, by the way, with this scent, you become very attractive, you become very magnetic. And Joy really brings you into the frequency of love. It has a very high frequency. I think frequency number is 184 hertz, megahertz actually. And this is a very high frequency that you send out when you wear this oil as a perfume, or also when you use this oil aromatically. And in terms of aromatherapy, let me say the strongest way of using essential oils is by direct aromatic inhalation from the bottle. Because through the olfactory receptors, the scent goes into the brain, into the limbic system, has an impact on the amygdala, on hippocampus, hypothalamus, also on the pineal gland and on the pituitary gland, and also goes further on to the central nerve system. Oil molecules are so small that just by inhaling them, smelling them, they can spread through our whole system and do their work. And what you maybe know is that not only the nose has smell receptors, but actually every cell has smell receptors. And in one case, this is quite important. That's the case of the egg cell and the semen. The egg cell actually emits a scent like a special white flower that blooms in May. And I'll look that up for you, how that flower is called. In German, it is called Maiglöckchen. Let me see the English name. English lily of the valley. Well, here you are. So isn't it amazing that the female egg cell emits a scent of lily of the valley, and that makes the semen, the seed cells, go crazy and go after that egg cell to, well, to create a baby finally. So scents are used by the body to communicate. Pheromones are used to communicate with others, and they can make us very attractive. But what you probably are not aware of is that they also can heighten your frequency, your vibrancy. And this is what that particular oil blend Joy does very well. So I show you a way how I'm using that oil blend. I take 1 or 2 drops and I apply it to my crown center, my third eye, my larynx or throat center. Most importantly, of course, the heart, the spiritual heart in the center of your chest, on the solar plexus, on the sacral plexus, and on the perineum. And then you can either smell the oil from your hands or from the bottle again. This is also interesting. If you have that oil or if you have any oil, test it. Do you like it more from the bottle or do you like it more from your hands? And there is a difference because the moment an essential oil touches your skin, it starts to smell differently because it starts to mix with your biochemistry and with your sense. This is the reason why perfumes and also essential oils take on a very individual, unique scent when they touch the skin of any person. Now here we are using this oil blend in order to connect to love. And so what I recommend you now to do is just really go deep into your heart and feel love in your heart. And if you're looking for growing into more divine love, also imagine on your crown, there is an inner ring in the crown chakra, which in yoga is called Sahasrara chakra, which exactly resembles the heart chakra. 16 petals. In India, the chakras are portrayed as lotus flowers, and these 16 petals of the heart chakra in the center of the chest, they appear as the inner ring of the crown chakra, which is said to be 1,000-petaled lotus. And from here, you can connect to the divine love, to God's love, to universal love. So it's always a good idea not only to go on the level of the human heart or emotional heart, but also see that any love is in connection with divine love, with universal love, and with love supreme. And there are some who are lucky enough to really open, can even put the oil here directly on the crown, to open the crown to God's love. And so you have a constant influx of the energy of love into your system. And you will be blissful. It is an amazing thing, an amazing experience. When I was a teenager and I first fell in love, I said, wow, this feels so great. How can I have this feeling all the time? Now, the problem is you're not in love forever. Things become normal again when you fall in love. And still, I was really intrigued by the idea that I could experience that feeling of love all the time. And as you probably know, it has to do not with a single person, it has to do with you being capable of opening your heart your heart center. And if you're able to do that, not just with one person, but to keep your heart open, and especially if you're able also to keep your crown center open to connect to divine love, then you will have always an influx of love. You will be flooded with love. You will be full of love. Now, what does that do? It makes you magnetic. You are a loving person, you are a lovely person, and other people will be attracted to you. And this is something that I recommend you now to do for this night. Please use Joy Oil Blend and apply it on your heart, apply it on your crown, maybe before you go to bed, or make a special ritual or a special meditation on love. And if you are like St. Andrew, bringing a community together, that could be any community, a spiritual community, a community of friends, that could be also philosophical, that could be business community, that could be a network marketing community. Know that St. Andrew is often regarded as the first networker. Actually, this attribute is referred to Jesus, but Jesus gave the order to St. Andrew, find me the people and bring them to me. And basically, building a church is very similar to building a network. Networking skills are fundamental. If you wish to bring people together, heart power brings you manpower. If you have magnet and love, magnetic energy and love, you will easily bring more people together. And that can be useful in many cases. But if you're looking for that special one, or if you're looking to deepen your love to the one you are already together with, then this is also the night. And then I also recommend you use Joy Oil Blend on these two chakras, but also on the other chakras, and really enter into that frequency of love and then wait what dreams come. Some people also use oracles. They draw cards. They use tarot cards, for example. That's something that you can do. Or they also draw runes, or they draw I Ching sticks in China. So any kind of foretelling, any kind of oracle can be used, particularly in this night. And what it will bring you is give you a hint of a person that comes into your life, or special persons that come into your life, or a person you're going to be in love with. The second oil I like to show you today is surrender. And surrender is about divine love. It is about that higher aspect, connecting to God's love, connecting to universal love. And this is depending on your wishes in life, also something that is extremely worthwhile, because you'll be always in the flow when you are connecting to love. And the way to do that is to use this other oil blend, Surrender. Surrender is an oil blend whose aroma helps you to let go, to unwind, to stop forcing things, and to give yourself fully into love, to let go and control your unfocused behaviors, to be successful in your goals while leaving the fruits of your efforts to God and not forcing things through your own ego. So, what does the ego do? We are very often pushing and pulling. And maybe you have experienced that sometimes exactly that makes things go awry. You're pushing too much, or if you're pulling too much, you are overdoing it. You are actually getting the opposite effect that you wish to have. Let me make that presentation a little bit bigger so you can read it. Surrender is a oil that helps you to overcome resistance. Resistance that prevents you from experiencing the flow effect. Once you're in love, and I'm sure you experienced that when you were in love, everything flows. And this is probably the easiest way to get into the flow effect. Of course, it can be done through sports. Flow effect can be achieved through extreme concentration. Flow effect can also be achieved through meditation or mystic practices. But probably the most fulfilling way to enter the flow effect is really through love. And in love, to give yourself is the most important thing, to leave all ego behind, because that is the fulfillment of love. So if you and your partner in love are able to surrender to each other and to give yourself, themselves fully to each other, you will experience the height of love and you will experience a flow effect together. Surrender is, in the highest sense, surrender to divine love and re entry into oneness with the source. When you are once again one with divine will and the divine love, you experience your life as a whole single flow. So, oneness with God's will, oneness with the cosmic will, and oneness with God's love, oneness with cosmic love makes you really flow and be like a fish in the water. Your water will be love, and love is indeed everywhere and nowhere. If your heart is open, it's everywhere. If your heart is closed, you'll find love nowhere. So a special night coming up from 29th, sunset of 29th of November to sunset of 30th of November, not sunrise, but sunset. So also look at the things that happen to you during the daylight of 30th of November. Who do you meet? What thoughts come up? What feelings come up? What is mentioned? What by accident do you meet or come across? Because all these things might be indicative what happens to you in the next year in the field of love, connection, and oneness. So if you're building a network, if you're building a community, or if you're looking for that special one person, or if you are finally looking for love divine and being always in the flow with the divine, then this is a very special night that you can use. How do you use surrender? You see me already holding the bottle straight to my nose the whole time. Again, that's aromatic breathing. It has many, many good effects, and it brings you the flowers that are in this particular oil in a very, very strong way, activating many energy centers and also activating a lot in your limbic system and in your brain. And it helps you really to flow. And you could say also hormones are being, like happiness hormones are being emitted when you have that smell of surrender. Where do you apply surrender? Again, the most important consciousness centers are the crown, because here we connect to our source, to the divine, and the heart. And in the heart, of course, we connect to our own inner self. This is why in many cultures, people, when they speak about themselves, they say I and point here. And also through the heart, it's like a communication center. The heart makes you magnetic. It also enables you to connect better to other people. So this is my recommendation to you before you go to bed, or if you have maybe time for a meditation or a ritual, use first joy in the way I showed it to you, and then use surrender. Okay, here it is in the camera. And just see what happens during the night. In the morning, you can repeat that application of these two oils I showed you, and then see what the following day brings. 30th of November till sunset is still St. Andrew's Day. Finally, the Nights of Lot are actually the beginning of the Holy Nights. And as you might know, the Holy Nights start with winter solstice, and then they go from December 25th to January 6th. And these are nights, 12 holy nights, that are very special in also predicting your future and already making your plans. How am I going to structure the year from January through December? This is why I also have started a Holy Nights year group. And this one goes then from 7th of January 2024 till 20th of December 2024. I'll post the link how you can look into it if it's interesting for you under this live stream later. So have a look at it, and you'll be introduced to many, many wonderful oils. In fact, in the Essential Holy Nights and in the Essential Holy Nights here, I'm going to teach you how to work with 47 essential oils and oil blends, and you'll be surprised how much opens for you, how much your happiness will increase, but also your harmony, your energy, your groundedness, being aligned, being with yourself, and also you becoming more magnetic. So if you click on the link, you will come to that page, and if you scroll down that page, you will see 3 options how you can join the Essential Holy Nights. So thank you so much for being here today. This is the second night of the Nights of Lot, the night of St. Andrew, 29th to 30th of November. The quality is love and connection. And I wish you a very special night, very special dreams, and a very special day on 30th of November. Look out for the signs, the face, the names, but mostly concentrate on love and connection and see what is going to happen. See you soon. The next night of Lot, by the way, will be the night of St. Barbara. On 3rd to 4th of December, I will do another live stream. And the quality of that particular night is hope and protection. Hope and protection, the 3rd night of Lot. Bye-bye for now.